Alrighty guys, welcome back. This is game 2 of the semi-finals for the Australian Team Butt Buddies versus Crip My Pants.
Whatever.
And that first game being very decisive.
It was a very clear win in the end.
But it wasn't so obvious in the early game. I mean, Butt Buddies were trading quite well with Crip My Pants. And yes, my mic is now working in-game. Sorry for all those guys who are trying to watch on Dota TV. But yes, open mic, it's a killer.
Especially when it's not on.
Yeah, especially when it's not on. It really hurts. Now really, that Sven pickup from Butt Buddies not really working out for them, especially with that combo with Wisp. It didn't really get all of that usage from the Wisp. Didn't really get all the usage from the Sven. And just being able to be burst down, picked off so many times, Mitch.
Yeah, I think from that early engagement, Sven was really on the back foot in terms of the in-lane dynamics, and what that meant is that he couldn't get the farm he needed early enough, and the advantage from the Night Stalker and his great ganks during the night.
In the night!
Yeah, that really put a lot of pressure on the Sven. And unfortunately, he couldn't really catch up.
And I'm not in offline mode, sorry guys. Don't want all of that stuff coming out during the middle of the game. And now these bands coming out, we have a Wisp and a Nyx band coming out from Butt Buddies, and a Magnus and a Batrider. So obviously that leaves Undying getting through, Darkseer getting through yet again.
Yeah. Interesting that Butt Buddies bands at the Wisp. Obviously they're not going to take that strat this time.
Obviously not thinking that it worked out for them. So just not wanting to go with that, not wanting Crip My Pants to have that either.
Yes, indeed.
This first pickup for Crip My Pants.
Yeah,
Darkseer.
Fair enough, really.
Top tier hero at the moment. Off lanes very well, can mid, can go jungle if really needs be, and it's a very powerful hero to have on your team.
That's right, a lot of options there, and a lot of synergy with many heroes. Black Hole, particularly, being very potent with Vacuum, along with things like Queen of Pain and her Scream of Pain and Tide's ulti and all sorts of things.
And that's obviously their mid coming out from Butt Buddies. No, actually, no, not obviously. I've seen Queen of Pain being run both offlane and recently as well, so that could be an answer to Crip My Pants with Darkseer being an offlane. I'm not exactly sure, but Queen of Pain. Pick up a lot of burst damage.
Yeah,
a lot of lane presence.
Very useful with Blink as well.
One of the strongest mids, and there's lifesteal being picked up by Butt Buddies. Just thinking that, you know, well, that Sven didn't really work out for us. Let's go for the lifestealer.
Probably fair enough. Rage is going to have a big impact in this game, as it always does. Being basically a free BKB. Not quite the same, but that's effectively what it ends up being.
Indeed, and it lasts for 6 seconds in the end, and that's a long time in a team fight. Gives him bonus attack speed, obviously, while that's going, and then he can infest once he gets a little bit low, and then jump out. Also, disjoint spells. I've seen, if you watch the Virtus Pro versus Team Empire, the Nyx was able to dodge shackle shots, dodge things like that just by going into infest and then infesting out of a creep, and that's pretty powerful. And that's Beastmaster, which can also go mid or off lane. Quite a long stun, obviously, coming out with a Primal War, counters out that lifestealer's Rage. You can just disable him up for 4 seconds, I think. All levels, 4 seconds, all levels? 3.5 and 4. But dangerous for the lifestealer. That's a straight counter pick. Obviously, Wild Axes being mixed damage goes through BKB as well. Call of the Wild gives him good vision.
And Ender Beast being very good support for the team.
And Rubik and Shadow Demon looking to steal spells, looking to disrupt as well for Butt Buddies. I mean, you have to admit, the Shadow Demon did work out really on the other team.
Yeah, he did get picked off a fair few times, but he was very annoying when in the team fights, that's true.
And the only problem was that whenever he disrupted one of his allied targets or himself, there was an instant Sunstrike coming out from that Invoker. So we could see that coming out again. It's not been banned up just yet, just entering the second ban phase now.
Now, what do you reckon? Rubik as well, he's also one of them heroes which can go in multiple roles.
Indeed, and versus the Queen of Pain, he can steal Blink, He can steal her ulti. Very powerful spells for the Rubik to be able to steal. And Lena, they're just wanting to ban out those supports who can just combo with the Shadow Demon, the Lena, the Leshrac. I mean, there's a lot of burst damage coming out from the Lena as well. But that disruption into skill shot stun is just really annoying. Really annoying. Coddle ban coming out. Not wanting to face that again. I'm surprised they got through the first round of picks and bans, but man, Coddle just saw its presence last game. Just not wanting to have any more of that.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a particularly different game from the last one. Only one of the heroes are the same so far, being the Shadow Demon.
And I think that was really required, especially from Butt Buddies. Just forcing Crit My Pants to play a different type of game. Just because they really were controlled. And there's a bounty offlane being banned out. But from Crit My Pants, and along with Faceless Void.
Yep. Again, Faceless Void, not seeing any action this game.
Yeah, well, he's a very powerful hero. Obviously, not so much with the Darkseer and that combo, but it does counteract Lifestealer's Rage again.
That's true.
Probably not wanting to, have that Chronosphere go up just as he rages, goes in for the kills, and then nothing really happens. So, yeah.
Now, what do we reckon? We've got carry out on Butt Buddies, but we don't have a particularly hard carry for Crit My Pants. What do you reckon we'll see?
Well, it really depends where they're going to end up laning. I would say they would need a safe lane carry. Obviously, with the Luna still being in the game, they could go for that. So they could go for a Sven, but as we saw from the last game, that didn't really turn out for them.
Yeah, more of a risky pick there. Tide being banned out as well.
Wanting to have more team fight for Butt Buddies. I mean, obviously, Scream of Pain, very powerful. And there's a Lone Druid, which is a very, very strong carry, just being banned out again. So Crit My Pants' choices are being fairly restricted, but as we said, the Luna's still up. They could bait it into that. Yeah,
well, we saw that Luna worked really well for them last game, so it's just a matter of whether they want to go up against Lifestealer and Queen of Pain with that Luna.
And Luna, obviously, when she uses Eclipse, Lifestealer can just rage, Shadow Demon can just disrupt someone, and that would enable those targets to survive. But really, man, Luna, not probably the best pickup in this situation. I'm not exactly sure what carry they'll be looking for. Obviously, they need one more support, assuming that Darkseer is going off lane, or the Beastmaster, or the other one going mid. Or Shadow Shaman mid. 3 mid. All 4 of these heroes get mid. And there's a Clinks coming up from Butt Buddies. I'm very excited to see Clinks. One of my favourite heroes. I do love playing him. I love watching him being played. I mean, there's a lot of pick-off opportunities that can happen. It just really depends how much fun.
Very potent. And it also almost ends up being a carry-type Night Stalker.
Almost. Obviously not with the Night power, but he has the other side of things where he can burst down towers very, very quickly. Obviously, very powerful push coming out from his searing arrows and strafe.
Oh, just in the nick of time, we have a
Gyrocopter coming out as well. And that would be that looks like Crit My Pants' carry and Shadow Shaman, obviously, with the push from the Mass 7. What an ancient apparition! A hero we have not seen in a long time, especially in the Australian tournament. This is a new pickup. But with the open wounds, should be able to get off his stun in lane, so that we'll probably see a defensive tri lane or even an offensive tri lane coming out with the AA, the Lifestealer and the Shadow Demon, leaving Clinks that off lane or safe lane farm, and just leaving Queen of Pain mid. Obviously, their heroes are quite set. Anyway, let's just go through these ones. So we've got Mitchell, if you want to carry these ones.
Alright, so we have Eurytus as the Lifestealer, Dr. Choi from the Queen of Pain, Curry Spice on the Clinks. We have Chiga 520 with the Shadow Demon, and Freebird on the Ancient Apparition. Now, Freebird obviously was the Wisp player the last few games that we've seen them play, so he obviously having the global kind of mindset.
Yeah, that ulti just really being able to hurt. Beastmaster obviously setting up for this offlane, just clearing out those trees so he can't get ganked. And of course we have KYA on that Beastmaster with an awesome set, I have to say. Just awesome. Anyways, refocus. We have Kaika, CYKA on the Gyrocopter, looking maybe to go safe lane, maybe to go mid. I've seen obviously very popular mid at the moment, being shown Mouse Sports how to play him. We have Jezra on the Rubik, obviously going for that support. And we have Shadow Shaman as well, playing support. being played by H-Bow 5. And it looks like we... Well, maybe not. It looks like we're going to have a Duxie offlane being played by Minx Z. And yeah, that's going to be offlane with Beastmaster mid. Yep, he's going bottle rush. And that is exactly what's going to be happening. That ward just dropping down, going to block that camp. This ward just for rune vision as well.
So it looks like we got Queen of Pain mid as well.
That's fairly typical. Gets the first double damage rune off. And it's going to be an offensive try lane. Yes. First call. Right so far. And instantly the D-Ward comes out from H-Bow. And is he going to try and drop another one as well? Because, yeah, he says that it's been blocked, but I don't know if he knows where. Now this lane should really be quite easily in favour of Crit My Pants, I'd have to say. With lots of stuns, lots of sensitive power coming out from the Gyrocopter, not being played mid, just being played safe lane farmer. But yeah, you can't really forget about the sheer power that comes out from Shadow Demon and the Lifestealer and the Ancient Apparition. Easy stuns obviously coming out from there. And the Queen of Pain is taking up a little bit of harass in mid. Probably from the axes. Yep, axes being thrown out there.
Now I have to say, in terms of top lane, I'll be picking Clinks as the one with the advantage here.
Yeah, I would generally say that Clinks has the superior farming, superior harass. It depends if he got pulled. He did not get pulled, so he only has a Tango. Starting with the Ring of Basilius, which is interesting, especially from a Clinks player. Doesn't give him the survivability that he might need early. Does give him mana regen, but really, as long as he stays out of harm's way, he should be okay. Instant D-Ward and counter D-Ward coming out.
No, sorry, Trent. It's a counter D-Ward. There was one you missed.
Oh, there's a counter D-Ward. Oh,
that's right.
Man, ward battles. Interesting. That should be bottle coming out now for the Beastmaster. Yep, it is, and that is something that Dr. Joy really doesn't have just yet, or does he? Is that coming out? He does, and that is coming out for him now. So he probably wants to heal up before another Axis comes out. And offensively comes out. And that is that Rubik dropping with First Blood. That is the opening wounds into Cold Feet, and just the sheer amount of damage coming from that, disrupting another target as well, just leaving that open, and whew, not enough damage coming out from the Gyrocopter, not being able to isolate a hero for the Rocket Barrage, and Ward Battle coming out now. Beastmaster just being able to get that ward just before the Queen of Pain.
That's an interesting looking ward there, Trent.
Rune, it is a very interesting looking ward. And Beastmaster really forcing out some harass on this Queen of Pain, just being very dangerous. Rubik TPing back in now. And that is not what you want to have in a defensive try lane, your first pick-off happening for butt buddies. And that is just the sheer power of open wounds into it. Lifestealer getting a huge amount of farms, 16 and 0 now. It's quite surprising, being closely followed by the Darkseer of all peoples, and this is why he's already got a Sequoia up now. That's probably a little bit safer for the Clinks. Not turning off the aura, so he's having to try and push out that lane a little bit more.
Well, Darkseer himself having a very, very natural push from Iron Shell.
And open wounds opening out on the Gyros, closely followed by of course, the Cold Feet disruption just coming out on the Rubik as well, and that is something which they can't really afford to waste those chances. Obviously with Lifestealer not having a whole lot of mana, and he does have one level up in Chilling Touch now, giving that burst damage just to try and burst down those heroes as well. Not opting for he's got one level now on Ice Vortex as well. And was that no, it is still just the same D-Ward. Another D-Ward.
So we have Dr. Choi just getting very close to dying there from the axes. Beastmaster don't want to chase it too much. But he's going to gamble on the bottom rune and gets it right. So that'll keep him in lane for a bit longer.
And that's going to force a bottle throw out from CMP. But blinking straight in, and Beastmaster is going to fall, not realizing where Queen of Pain was, and that is really hurts. And Queen of Pain loving those easy kills up, and that is really quite helpful for the Queen of Pain. Just being harassed out of that open lane, and Clinks getting some farm finally on that top lane, also getting harassed quite a bit because he didn't have another salve or anything. But that is 21 last hits out, just pulling ahead of the Darkseer finally. And that leaves Beastmaster really picking up, and this Gyro only on 6 last hits.
Having a tough down there, obviously.
And Queen of Pain just looking, trying to deny some of that harass coming out from Beastmaster, and nothing happening on the bottom lane. Thought they were just moved in there. But it is going to be Shadow Shamans opening up for a gank, just for rotation.
Head bottom, let's see, Rubik's in trouble.
And Rubik just being caught out there, but the Rocket just picking up one of those heroes, forcing them back, not letting them take up any damage. Good calls there from my co-caster, making sure I don't miss out on anything.
Ulti out on mid. Beastmaster with the axes just takes her out.
And that is not something that I saw. And that was the rotation coming up from the Shadow Demon. From the Shadow Shaman.
Shadow Shaman actually not doing anything in that fight. He was just there hanging around for the XP. Queen of Pain just obviously not aware that Beastmaster's ulti was up and just hanging around a bit too close.
Just to be talking about me not missing kills as well, honestly. And this is why Clinks has the power of the Darkseer in lane. Sure, Darkseer can use his Iron Shell to go in there, get some farm, but he can't really stay in XP range. He can't really do much else. He just has to let those creeps die. Otherwise, he takes the harass, which we just saw. Shadow Shaman still hanging around this mid, and there's a pause coming out from Freebird. Maybe strap pause.
Clearly, a strap pause. Clearly. Phone apparently.
Phone apparently for Dr. Joy.
That's awkward.
From Joy.
Well, I have to say, he's looking a bit naked, that AA.
Yeah, he only has the Sage's mask up yet, but he hasn't died, so that's probably okay. I mean, they do have the career, and he hasn't been buying wards. That's been left to Shadow Demon, but he probably could get maybe some branches up, fill out his inventory a little bit more. But Beastmaster has 800 gold in there after that kill, not first blood.
Alright, here we go.
Entering the game, just resuming. Apparently the phone call's ended. Darkseer just trying to heal up on that top lane, just leaving. Clinks to maybe get some farm. He really doesn't need his Searing Arrows to last hit all of the time. But he's turned off his aura now, so he's not letting the push happen all the time.
Now, I think we're sticking with a dual mid here. Shadow Shaman's been hanging around for a fair while.
An invisibility ring coming out. And does Queen of Pain know? I'm not exactly sure.
It was pretty close to the correct wave, so she might have seen the switch, but you never know. I'm not quite sure.
But this could be very
disruption
dangerous.
on Gyro down the bottom lane.
Closely followed out by open wounds, and there's going to be stun, and that is going to be Gyro falling to this powerful tri-lane. So no action happening up on the mid, but that is the power of this offensive tri-lane.
Shadow Kinesis went out on Lifestealer, but it was not enough to keep Gyro safe.
And here's this initiation. Shaku coming out now, not stacking the stuns, and that is going to cost them a kill. Man, you've got to stack those stuns to Shaman. Obviously not everything overlapping with the Primal Roar, and that was a big mistake coming out, really, from Crit My Pants. Dr. Choi being given a life.
Yeah, indeed. Definitely would have fallen if he got the extra duration out from the stacked stuns, like you're saying.
And TP's just falling back, letting him get some mana up. Has boots now. And this Clink's pulling away on farm now. Lifestealer and Clink's obviously holding it up, but he's got his first Oblivion Staff up as well. Choosing to obviously rush that over the boots. Darkseer also only has the soldering up as well.
I have to say, Clinks is looking pretty safe on top there.
Yeah, there's not really much threat coming out from him now. He is level 8, so he does have his ulti, so he can go into the jungle and eat these mud golems like he has. He's the only hero who likes mud golems. Obviously with Enchantress and all the other jungles, just really hating on it.
Tell me about it. Now, small wards coming out from AA, just keeping the Rune Vision up.
Just wanting to make sure that he can keep that Rune Vision for the Queen of Pain. Just to hopefully control out that mid lane. And the Beastmaster just rotated top, looking to get the pick up on this Clinks, but if he goes invis, which he doesn't, and he just picks it up, but they have dust, and that is going to be an easy kill up on the Clinks, getting maybe a little bit too confident, not seeing the rotation, staying there, thinking that his invis would be able to get him out.
But ulti straight out from Queen of Pain on mid. Shadow Shaman not having the health to take it. So
back on bot lane, and that is going to be a very quick kill on the Rubik, and that is the sheer power of this tri-lane. Can they keep on contesting this without being 3-on-3? I do not know.
Well, I think they switched out because their 3-on-3 was really wasting it. Because they couldn't do anything, so Shadow Shaman went mid. That's what I think would happen, but, you know, there's so much initiation power coming out from the Butt Buddies tri-lane. It makes it hard for them to do much at all.
And Butt Buddies, this is the response they really needed from that last game, just to be able to, you know, get up some kills, have a really powerful lane. They just need to be able to rotate to the push, and that'll come from the Clinks. But now they're looking to go up again. 2 people rotating to this top lane.
Double damage rune on Beastmaster.
And he probably should not stay, but he still gets picked off. Do they have another dust or a ward? No.
Beastmaster is the one with the dust, and he was not there.
And probably jumping the gun.
Yeah, I know. Beastmaster was coming through the jungle there from river with his DD rune, with the dust. And
here we go, looking to get the primal roar. Dust dropping as well. Are they going to dive this tower? Probably not, and there's going to be supports rotating in. 4 Butt Buddies, 3 supports actually. That's a lot of TPs. Disruption opening out on the Darkseer, and he's going to fall to the Clinks. And this is looking not very good at all. Are they just going to leave it at that? That is all that they're going to have. Unless they come back in and really dropping into tower range, just letting the roar out, and that is something Clinks cannot afford to do. And they just got that kill, and Clinks being out of position, just letting Beastmaster pick him off.
Very much out of position. Wow, that was a surprise to me. But luckily they did have Primal Roar off cooldown.
And that is something you can't really afford to do. Lifestealer farming up on the spot lane versus the Gyro. Not much the Gyro can do. He only has phase boots and wand up. And that's not really enough to be able to contest that lane.
Lifestealer almost having armlet there.
That's quite a lot of farm. Opening out now on this Queen of Pain. Only a Hex though. Support obviously coming in from the AA. And Beastmaster is still there. Checking in those axes, get a little bit of harass and just pushing them down. Double rotation now into this mid lane. Looking like they're going to try and go this tower. Fortification though coming up from Butt Buddies. And Spice deciding to buy boots now from that and leaving the Invoker, the Rubik, up on this top lane. Steel Strafe, probably not something that is worthwhile stealing. In this room. Trying to draw him towards, and yet they see him now, and they're going to open up on him. And this is something which they couldn't really afford to do. Stacking the stuns like they were meant to, and that's a very easy pick-off. Lifestealer deciding not to rotate down. And that was probably a mistake. They knew he was there, just baited him into that position. And Roar opening up on the Shadow Demon in mid lane. But it's not going to be enough to kill him. Purge coming out. Looking to get the AA ulti up, and that is going to hit. And that is not going to fall. And Rubik just coming in for the kill. Being able to get it off, and he steals open wounds.
That's probably what you want, either that or Rage.
And 2 quick kills coming out from Crook My Pants on Butt Buddies. Butt Buddies losing their early lead to a certain extent, but they still have the farm up on their core heroes quite considerably more compared to the other people's. And Shadow Shaman is looking to put this tower under pressure with his wards. Rotations coming out from Butt Buddies. And Disruption falling out on the Shadow Shaman. And Queen of Pain just being able to survive, and that is a good pick-off now. And they really paid for that, and they're going to be able to defend this tower really quite easily. Queen of Pains can't really afford to give these easy kills up, and that is the sheer initiation from the Disruptor. From the Disruption coming out from the Shadow Demon.
That's right, very powerful, and a lot of nuke coming out from, where is she? Queen of Pain.
Yeah, Queen of Pain going for that burst build by the looks. Has 4 levels up in Scream and only 1 level up in Shadow Strike. Quite powerful spells now to burst down heroes. And this top lane hasn't really changed around very much. Except Beastmaster's here now. And he does have Dust. So if they rotate up, it could be interesting. Going again on this bottom lane tier 1, and it looks like it's going to drop. AA only rotating then.
Rotate. Oh, whoa.
And Raw coming out on the Queen of Pain, just being able to kill him off. And that was probably not something that I really wanted to do.
We had a Queen of Pain Knight's Bomb there, but didn't work out. Queen of Pain just going off as with the Raw. Disabling around.
Clinks was not there again, probably misinitiation from Butt Buddies. And is mid in trouble. Gyrocopter trying to burst down the Shadow Demon. Not quite getting enough, and rotation coming in now. And it looks like he's going to fall, and he pays for his life. Gyrocopter also falling in. Opening up with the wards, trying to get a ward tap on the AA. And it doesn't quite get him, and Shadow Shaman getting hit with the AA ulti. Point blank in the face.
That's alright, he'll be okay though.
He's being able to heal up now. Queen of Pain being able to jump in on that Rubik, but he steals Blink, and he comes back in, he jumps in, he's going to get that kill as well. But he's being denied by the Shadow Shaman! Great plays coming out there from H-Bow. Whoa, great from the captain of Crip My Pants. Just showing really the power of the deny. Whew. Great plays. Queen of Pain, not happy about that at all.
Oh, as you would be.
Support on this top lane coming out. It is the Shadow Demon. Comes in, disrupts on the Beastmaster. Raw coming out, enabling all of Clinks to open up and just fire on this Beastmaster, which doesn't quite fall in, and Clinks is just being hurt by the Iron Shell, and he's probably going to fall as well. And that is a kill, and they can't rotate quick enough. Oh yes, they do. Blink in from the Queen of Pain. Able to pull off that Beastmaster. Action happening all over the map. Able to almost TP out, but it gets disrupted in. And that is going to be a dead Darkseer. Rotations very quick there. Able to cover all of that map, and no open zooms up yet. But Lifesteal just diving in maybe a little bit too hard, taking a fair bit of damage. But yes, Armlet Toggle. And that is going to... Ooh, Queen of Pain almost dying. Luckily he has that blink. Able to jump out, and the AA just being able to destroy the rocket. It's level 1, so it only does 110 damage, so maybe might not have killed him.
Still forced them back. That is definitely what they needed there. So, stuff going all over the place. Very, very messy. Very
misjudging the blink there. Just landing up in the forest. And AA trying to pick off heroes in the fountain. He might get Rubik. I don't know. Looks like he's healing up a bit too much. Yeah, he's not going to kill him. Probably needs to be a little bit earlier.
We got some heavy pressure on top lane from Crip My Pants there. We got Beastmaster just using his axes and to clear the wave.
And Beastmaster saving a fair bit of money, still having only level 1 boost. He's got 2k in the bank.
What do you think he's headed for?
I do not know. He could be saving for a blink. I mean, he could be looking for that blink raw initiation, and this is going to be a tower against Butt Buddies, and that is their first. Oh no, their third tower. And Butt Buddies still not having a tower despite having Clinks. That is something that they desperately need to rectify. I mean, Clinks having sheer amount of push, but he doesn't have Orchid yet. So maybe he's wanting to fight. And out of position. Clearly, this is going to be kills up on the Darkseer. Up on the Shadow Demon. With everyone being there, disruption just delaying it a bit. Ulti opening out from the Gyrocopter enables him to get the kill, and rotation coming out now from Butt Buddies. Are they going to look to reply on this?
I think they are.
And that is a dead Shadow Demon and Darkseer. Just falling to the ulti combination. They're trying to run away using drums. Just trying to get out. Clink's looking for a pickup as well, but he doesn't quite have Orchid, or does he? Is it flying out to him on the crow now?
Yeah,
it is, and that is Orchid now. That is first really big item up for the Clinks. He really needs to start pushing lanes. He can burst down all of these towers without backdoor regen. He can just walk up, open up on them, use strafe, and that isn't happening just yet. He doesn't have any creeps even by death pack. He needs to push out these lanes. No towers for butt buddies, and that's going to hurt them on the gold graph. Not as much as I thought, being 5 kills up. And they actually are ahead. They actually are ahead of Crip My Pants, and that is something which I did not expect. So if they start opening out, that'll be kills, that'll be towers, and that'll put them even further ahead. Looks like they're going to try and maybe go for this rush, and they know that the bird's there. Or do they? Going into this, probably won't fall. Beastmaster just trying to open up some rice, and they're rotating mid again now. Lifesteal not being there, he's just in the jungle, he's got his armlet building towards a basher. H-Bell on the bottom lane, trying to force that split push rotation. Not having any levels up in Ethershock, which is a surprise. Most Shadow Shamans like to have both of those.
Obviously, stuns. Really
Initiation in the mid lane, and that is going to be Shadow Demon falling, and quickly followed by the Queen of Pain, being caught out just by the rotation from Crip My Pants, and that is going to be a massive issue that they're going to have to rectify. And Clink's opening up on the Shadow Demon on that bot lane, and that's going to be his first pick off. And they're going to put some pressure now on this tier 2 mid. And Clink's rotating around, may not be enough to be able to get it, but ulti's coming out, TPs as well, Lifesteal now here. And this is because Crip My Pants are now starting to stick together. I mean, especially after that Clinks is able to pick him off. Looking to open up on the Darks here. Probably not the right time for that one, Mitchell.
Yeah, probably not. There's everyone there, except for Clinks. Clinks is the only one who's not in mid lane.
Well, that's fair enough. He can probably take down these towers, but I would not want to be open initiating as butt buddies on this mid lane with all 5 heroes being there. But they do have ward vision. There's a smoke up, Lifestealer just being hexed up into the shackle, into everything, and he's going to fall. And that is another pick-off going the way of Crip My Pants butt buddies, just letting their heroes fall one by one. Clink's really having to trade now, and they're going to be catching up in the gold and in the XP. Ulti, AA ulti coming out, only hitting on the Beastmaster.
Yeah, I think in terms of later on in this game, it's going to be really a question of who can do better, this Gyro or the Lifestealer. And I had to say, before that kill, I would be really picking the Lifestealer, but depending on how well Crip My Pants play, they might not even be able to.
In favour of the Lifestealer though.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was saying. But if they can pull off another couple of kills on him, they might be able to pull it back.
And Beastmaster has 3.9k still in the bank. Not exactly sure what he's looking for. Clink's TPing, looking for a creep to eat, and probably going back into the fight. No, he's just going to go push tier 1 top, leaving his team to defend this mid lane.
Yeah, Beastmaster just bought something. Not quite sure what he bought though.
And that is a straight. No. Mid, initiation on mid. Sorry, Raw coming out now on the Queen of Pain. Probably not the right target, and he's going to fall. Rubik dead. Quickly followed by the Shadow Demon death. And that looks like an in-danger Beastmaster, but they're looking like the initiate on this Lifestealer who has rage. Might need to pop it up when that thing comes. And there's a good ulti from the Queen of Pain, able to pick off the Gyro, but he's going to pay for his life. Oh, just misses. Rotations coming out. Beastmaster, everyone's still on low life. Tower falling top lane.
Lifestealer on 30 health.
30 health, and this is going to be very dangerous now for butt buddies and for Crip My Pants. Clink's rotating in, and he's opening out, and that's going to be a very quick kill. Probably not what they wanted. Easy pick off. And Queen of Pain just taking a little bit of harass. Clink's is like, yeah, I'll take these. Free gold.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we can.
Already having the power treads up now as well. A lot of action in that team fight happening across the map with Clink's taking down that fire. And it is going to be a Necro Book level 2 for Beastmaster. Obviously wanting to get that level 3 Necro up to stop that invis from Clink's. Obviously it doesn't stop the movement speed, it just gives them sight. And that's a clear, easy towers now for butt buddies with the Clinks. And that's what we need to say. And they just see and open up on the Darkseer, and that is going to be a very easy kill. Falling just there, and Shadow Shaman probably not wanting to be there, and eating the creep. Has 2k in the bank. can probably build towards this next item. And Gyro only has a Yasha up, really is a big item, whereas the Lifestealer has Basher now and building towards either, he would probably be building towards AC.
That's what I would expect, yeah.
Quite dangerous. Now for Crit My Pants, Butt Buddy still having the lead, being on equal towers, and just this Clinks now roaming the map, looking for pickoffs. Probably looking for creeps to eat as well.
Yeah.
There's a Centaur down there if he wants it. Just going to farm up the jungle while nothing's happening on the map. Ping's coming out. Lots of heroes missing from Crit My Pants for Butt Buddies. They don't exactly know where they are. And now they see the Rubik with this ward. And now they see the rest of the team with that ward. And they have vision. And that is something which they didn't have last game. A big improvement from Butt Buddies going, yeah, we need to have some map control out. And it's going to be a Chrysalis coming out for the Clinks, wanting that early damage. But he's not being able to push lanes as a team. All those tier 1s now down, he can't really go up and just solo a tier 2. Maybe after the Chrysalis he might be able to.
Yeah, certainly. But really what he needs to be is in team fights. That's really where they need him.
And there hasn't been much teamfight action despite those two big engagements. Everything else has just been pickoffs and trading pickoffs. And then fights over towers. Roche obviously not being considered at the moment, but would be probably something that Butt Buddies could look to do.
Now we've got enough money for Lincoln's up on Queen of Pain. So that's certainly going to come in handy.
And that should be able to block that Primal Roar from the Beastmaster if they intend to go that way. And that is going to be the Hawk just falling, not allowing any vision whatsoever coming out from Crit My Pants, just really wanting to control this map.
And we have a haste rune in bottom, Queen of Pain blinking in, grabbing it.
And they're all grouping up now in this mid lane. Clink's looking if there's an opening on the Shadow Shaman, which there is, and he's going to strafe up, and he's going to get that. Oh, he's not going to get that kill.
Doesn't want to dive into the tower range, especially because he knows that there's support nearby.
And that was very lucky for the Shadow Shaman. Just being able to giving a second life.
Mind you, he's going to have to waste some time going back to the fountain.
And Roche looking for now by Butt Buddies. And there's no rotation coming out from Crit My Pants. I don't even know if they know that it's happening. Yep, ping's coming out now. Oh no. Yeah. They still don't even know.
I think they suspect.
Wow, Shadow Shaman being hit instantly by that ulti from AA. And that is a great Roshan coming out. And yes, the Lifesteal is still leaning towards the AC, not up yet. Lincoln's up on the Queen of Pain, just needs to send it out itself with the Courier. Disruptor now has power treads just to give him a little bit more HP. And Clink's just on this bottom lane, just eating things, getting some farm up. Still has a branch which he's not using.
Yeah, I think you meant Shadow Demon there.
I did indeed. Thank you, Mitchell.
That's okay.
And Necro 3 on the Beastmaster should be able to see when the Clinks is rotating down, but I don't know if he's going to open it, and that is a very quick kill on the Rubik, and that is the sheer power of pickoffs. And now Crit My Pants in troubles. Butt Buddies are initiating out. Darksea are going to be hit by the AA ulti. Perfect timing. Initiations out now from Butt Buddies. Crit My Pants getting hit by the wall, but that is a triple kill for Queen of Pain. And there's another opening from the Lifesteal, drawing out onto the from the Lifesteal onto the Beastmaster, and he's going to fall to the Clinks, and that is a full team wipe for Crit My Pants. Butt Buddies showing the power of their Clinks and all of their spells combining very well together, and that is something that we have not seen from Butt Buddies, winning a team fight, and that could be decisive.
Very decisive. Using the Aegis there, Lifestealer, in the middle of everything, taking the hits and having the Aegis just meant that Crit My Pants used up all of their power.
I mean, Crit My Pants did all group up around this area, leaving Queen of Pain a fairly good ulti. Being, unfortunately, also the Rubik being picked off earlier was not being there to be able to steal anything or be even in that fight at all. And that is something that is just really hurting them. And now that means Clinks is going to build towards his Daedalus even quicker.
Yeah, that's right. Also, the rest of the Butt Buddies having to back out halfway through They didn't just head home. They crept around the side and see if they could get those who were trying to run away.
And that just didn't really work out for them. I mean, they were all grouped up. That was a good ulti from Gyro, but it didn't really work out. Queen of Pain just bursting down those heroes. And then Lifesteal still being around to open up on the Beastmaster just really hurt. Clink's looking for another opening here. He does have a lot of damage. They do not have any vision on him at the moment.
But there's about 4 heroes there for Crip My Pants, so he's got to be careful.
He also hasn't eaten a creep yet, and he's probably waiting 30 seconds or so. So he can eat that creep, give him that extra damage, give him that extra health, just in case he gets picked off. And he's just retreating out now. He doesn't think that's a good time to initiate, and I'd probably agree with him. Crip My Pants now grouping up slightly.
I have to say, it's pretty disappointing farm on Gyrocopter. He's only got Oak Hub and a Bracer since we last checked.
And that's just the result of his really poor start coming out from that tri-lane by Butt Buddies. It was just so aggressive, being able to get kills out, being able to get the farm up on their lifesteal. It was just superb laning really coming out from Butt Buddies. They've just won their lanes. And it's just rotated into towers and teamfight kills and rushes.
Yeah, looking at net worth, it's really telling a story there.
Yeah, the top 3 tiers, the core heroes coming out from Butt Buddies, just all there. And the highest, obviously, following was the Beastmaster, and then not really close behind is the Gyro, and they see the Clanks. But he's run out. Invis, obviously, his Invis giving him some movement speed, and there's nothing that they can do about that. It's just hiding in the trees. Still in XP range. Rest of the Butt Buddies smoking up in that top lane. And they will be able to catch him out if they go the right way. Oh, they're going the wrong way. Probably wouldn't want to open up on that either. But they're going to catch out the Darkseer if they keep on going. Oh, they're going to miss him.
Surge just
wearing off. Nope, he's just back on.
So they know.
And this is going to be a team fight if Crip My Pants want it, but they're backing out. Butt Buddies being in the right position there. Dr. Choi seems to love getting stuck in these trees.
I was just killing off the Beastmaster Crow there.
I did not catch any of that. Good to know. Good to know. No vision coming out on this area from Crip My Pants Lincoln Sphere up on Queen of Pain. And AC still not quite up on the lifesteal.
Yeah, he's got about 800 to go for that.
And this is where they need to be careful with the Queen of Pain going back mid. They've all split up while Crip My Pants are all together. And yep, they're just realizing this. They're backing out, TPing it, relocating mid. That was a good rotation there. And this is looking very much in favor of Butt Buddies. The farm and gold now just approaching, well, the experience is well past the 10,000 mark, but the gold is approaching that as well. And this is just becoming very dangerous for Crip My Pants. They're not getting farm up on their heroes that really need it.
Or farm at all, really, I have to say.
And he's not going for the Delos. In fact, he's trying to build up a BKB. But with obviously the Raw going through BKB, that wouldn't be very effective. But it does rule out the Rubik and the Shadow Demon, except for his wards, and some of the Gyrocopter as well as most of the Darkseer, except for his wall as well. It is a fairly good pickup, I'd actually have to say.
Yeah, most of the disables from Crip My Pants are not the Beastmaster. That's really not the thing, because the Beastmaster Roar is really there for lifestealer. That's
true, and that'll give him another magic immune target. And if they initiate on the Queen of Pain, I mean, he has Lincoln Sphere.
Exactly.
And they see him now. Is he going to waste the Roar? And nope, he's just going to wait until the till the shackle. So the spell's coming out now from Butt Buddies, and that's going to be Queen of Pain dropping very early.
Lifestealer is just going to take a fall as well. Not sure if that was really worth the trade though.
Buyback coming from Queen of Pain.
Plank's chasing down Darkseer, but he
should be able to get him. He's going to be tipping out, but the Queen of Pain is right there and gets an easy pick off. Clink's pointing Gyrocopter as well, and Shadow Shaman going to be picked off as well, and that is going to be 4 heroes down for Crip My Pants after picking off 2 heroes. That is not something which really happened, and that was a gem dropping as well.
Yeah,
Crit my pants.
Gem dropping in the pool camp from on the dire side. I'm not sure if anyone noticed there though. Darkseer knew because it was his gem, but...
And is this going to be a good ulti from AA? It is going to hit him. But he's going to be on too much HP, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, it's going to be too much. But they need to convert this into towers or Roche. Roche is still obviously down for another 3 minutes. But they really need to convert something here. Towers haven't been pushed in a while. I mean, Clinks can push this top tower and he's going to open up on it. Being fortified though, going to take out most of it, and I'm not sure what Rubik stole. Was that the ulti? It was the ulti!
Yeah.
Danger. Rubik. Great steal there. Something which he hasn't been able to pull off most of this game. He's actually been fairly weak with clicking on the minimap instead of on Rubik. And Gyro being opened up again now by Clinks. Doesn't have strafe up, so it won't kill him, but it forces out the rotation. Again, forcing Gyro, not letting him have farm. They're trying to pick him off now as well. Rotation coming from the Beastmaster. He does have vision on him, but there's support there. And that is a pause.
That is a strat pause if I ever saw one.
And now that is a bit dodgy. But Buddy should be able to relocate, rotate in. Freebird there as well. Queen of Pain there as well. Should be able to blink in and support this Clinks who just got roared up. But that will give them the time for Darkseer and Shadow Shaman to also come to this fight. And Lifestealer being out of position as well. Shadow Demon not being in there as well. So this could be a fight that could be in favour of Butt Buddies if they rotate quick enough.
I have to say, it's not looking terribly good for the Clinks though.
And opening up there, Shadow Shaman just letting it loose. And they're not wanting to go on this. Is he going to be hit? Shadow Shaman being not in that fight, but Rubik, that ulti just really hurting, and AA dropping as well. Not rotations. Very quick. I didn't think there was a go. Was there a go?
No.
Yep, there was. No, there wasn't. That was maybe a little bit BM. I'm not sure if that's cool. Oh well.
Alright, so we see a mech up on Darkseer now. That's certainly going to help Quick My Pants survive those fights.
And that is quite a good pick-up on the Clinks and AA. But Gem on the Lifestealer building towards that AC. I think he's getting close.
Yeah.
And he actually has it. He has it. It's on the courier. And that is a big item for Butt Buddies.
Bottom tower be under attack.
Beastmaster still only with level 1 boots and 2.7k. Not exactly sure if that's the right move for him. Rotations coming down to defend this tier 2. And does Rubik still have the AA?
He does.
He does, and he's just used it. And it's not going to hit. Oh, it does hit on the AA. And Shadow Demon picking off Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, a bit of a Lifestealer gangbang there.
That just really hurts.
Be under attack.
And rotation from the Gyro, maybe looking like he's going to go on this top tower. No, he's just wanting to get some farm. And Butt Buddies really need to start pushing this out. Clinks' power is just not going to be there later on.
So 2 gems up now for Butt Buddies. Both of them taken from Grip My Pants. One on the Shadow Demon there.
Who has the other gem? That's the question. Nope, it's only one gem.
Oh, one gem. Maybe they were just swapping it around.
And Roche going to be happening now. And oh, that's unlucky. Disruptor being disruption going out on the Darkseer. And it looks like Shadow Demon's going to fall, but it's closely followed by the Darkseer fall, and that is probably a good trade. Clinks running possibly the wrong way. No, he runs into the Shadow Shaman. He's running back to tier 2 as quick as he can. And that is a good trade. Very good trade, in fact. And that's going to give them Roche.
Agnim's now on Beastmaster as well, so that's where he was building to. Maybe he'll finish his boots.
And that's going to be a very easy kill on Roche. I'd probably say that Lifestealer will get that again. Yep. Lifestealer's got it. And that's the second Roche falling for Team Butt Buddies. And they're 9 kills up, and they've got a good gold lead now and a good XP lead. So this is looking very dangerous for Crip My Pants. The longer this goes out, the longer the net worth of their core heroes for Butt Buddies goes up, I mean, Beastmaster is the only person getting close. Gyro getting a little bit of farm up on him now, but he only he has his BKB, deciding to build towards the mana after that.
Yes, so not long till he has that either. Maybe he'll be able to do a bit more in the team fights, contribute a bit more to the team.
And not much vision happening on the map as well. There's not many wards coming out. Not much ward vision, except obviously the Beastmaster's Hawk, giving some vision around.
And Boar as well is being used as a ward.
And looks like a Point of Pain, building towards that that Hex stick. Just trying to shackle, trying to disable most of them, and he's got it. Shadin even getting that drum up now as well. All that extra attack speed.
Pressure back on in the mid lane.
Gonna look to probably push this out. All heroes for Butt Buddies are here. Clinks is invis, looking to steal a creep from the
Beastmaster is absent, however.
Beastmaster back at base, not where he wants to be. Moving back there now.
Shadow Shaman way out of position there.
And that's an easy pick off.
Clink's invis catching him out.
Just opening up with the Orchid. And this should be a tier 2. Nothing really that Crip My Pants can do here. And he didn't even eat a creep. That's how confident he is in himself. Probably building towards a Daedalus now as well. Drums dropping now. Gonna look to push high ground. And I don't know if Crip My Pants can answer to this. And being instantly silenced. But now, wall going up on the Clinks. Disruption. Blocking most of that. Wall coming out. Gyrocopter ulti falling as well. He's going to fall to the Clinks and the Lifestealer. Drops now. Lifestealer still in here. He's got the Aegis. He's free to go and be an offensive. Queen of Pain jumping in. Getting the kill on the Rubik. And that is the Aegis dropped. He's respawning now. They're going to try and get this tower. Clinks obviously being dead. Being killed off there. Good pickoffs, and there's rotations now coming. This is danger zones for Butt Buddies. It's going to be 3-on-3, but they get the pickoff on the Darks here. That, the Beastmaster not wanting to go in on that, and the Shadow Shaman not wanting to drop his wards in defense either. And they've managed to defend their tier 3.
Price of 3 heroes though. Gyrocopter really not one that they wanted to fall in that.
But they traded him for the Clinks. Possibly a fair enough trade.
That is true.
But losing the Darkseer and the Rubik as well in these positions, not something they really want to give Lifestealer, who's got 3k now up. Is he going to build towards the heart? Just give him some tank ability. Let him stay. It's going to need some big items to be able to outcarry. And the Beastmaster got another gem. Oh, I think it was actually traded. I think it was dropped.
AA had it before.
No. Yes, AA had it. Died. Passed it to the Queen of Pain maybe. So there's 2 gems now. And they still have ward vision coming back. Have some offensive wards here from the Dire. De-warding coming out from the Queen of Pain. And they're just happy being in their own jungle, getting up some farm. Whew. This game being prolonged out and further, but the gold and XP is well in favour of Butt Buddies. So they're not being able to convert it into towers at the moment.
Queen of Pain level 24. Way out in head there.
And Lifestealer and Queen of Pain just getting so much farm.
Abyssal Blade now as well on the Lifestealer from that fight.
So that's what he was saving for. Abyssal Blade, being able to get those stuns which go through BKB. Ruling that out as an option. Invis rune now on the Beastmaster. And
Ancient Apparition finally being able to build his Mech Handsome as well.
And that's going to be really good for Butt Buddies. Finally being able to get that heal up. I mean, Crip My Pants have had that for a while. And it looks like that Shadow Demon is going to be building towards the pipe as well, having the Cloak of Resistance up now.
Radiant's top tower.
Indeed.
Clink's trying to save. Probably looking to maybe upgrade that Chrysalis into a Daedalus, or maybe trying to get another item up. But Lifestealer, so fat. Very powerful, but Queen of Pain as well. She's got 2.9 just sitting in the bank. Not wanting probably to drop out that gem. Lifestealer thinking that they're waiting to gank him when really they're in mid. Just playing very defensively. Crit My Pants, they think they have the better late game, but I would not say that is the case. Gyro has his Manta now. But I would put the late game very much in favour of Butt Buddies. I mean, the fact that they have a Clinks and a Lifestealer, it's huge amounts of damage coming out from that. And they should be able to pick off the Clinks if he sticks around. He's eating the Wildkin, or the Wild Wing now, sorry. It's been changed recently, in case you didn't miss that patch update. Not wanting to have anything associated with Blizz trademarks, anything like that. Probably fair enough, really.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's alright.
And Crit My Pants just roaming mostly as 5.
Trying to catch off someone. But thankfully, Butt Buddies, they know they're out there. They're being careful.
Roche not being up now for another 4 or so mids? 5 or so mids. And not really looking for anything offensive, just both happy to let their carries keep on farming. Yeah, I don't think they're waiting for this Roche, because they'll be waiting for a long time.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure what their plan is at this point. Whether they just want to sit back and farm, be safe, or whether they want to try and push something.
Well, there's the natural push happening on top lane for Butt Buddies, and obviously they're rotating bot lane to try and push out this tier 2 as well. And Crit My Pants, not exactly sure where to go at the moment. It looks like they're going to go top.
Yeah, they were just there bottom. So really, no idea where things are going on. Not enough ward vision. Only 3 wards, very defensive. But on the other hand, Butt Buddy is only having the 1 ward on the Radiant side either.
Has one now drop it? Oh, it just ends there. And that is a tier 2 for Clinks as well. The sheer pushing power from his hero. And TP's coming back, so this is going to be a 5v5 fight if they try and push this. But no, they're just de-warded and backing out. Not wanting any of it. Killing the Hawk off as well. Like, yep, we got that 2-3. We're just going to de-ward, and then we're going to be out. You've given us a gem. You know, I'm happy to carry that. Back on the Ancient Apparition now. Clinks looking like he's going to build towards the Lincolns, but selling his Aquila and buying Perseverance.
Probably not too bad an idea.
Should be able to block off that Primal Roar. Quite powerful single target abilities obviously coming out from Crit My Pants, and that'll be another Lincolns. They're just really not wanting to be targeted by any of these spells. Lifesteal, I've got 2k in the bank as well. Wanting to hold on to that for the moment.
Buy that perhaps.
And there's 8k. Sorry, 4.8k on the Queen of Pain.
Wow, I was going to say 8. Wow, that's pretty excessive.
Yeah, that is very excessive. Buying up the Demon Edge, saving maybe for buyback, just in case he gets into a fight. Wants to have that presence in there. 3k on the Clinks as well. These heroes getting very big in comparison to the Beastmaster, which is the only person with comparable farm. Gyro catching up now. He's got his Talisman of Evasion, and that's possibly why Queen of Pain has got that Demon Edge, possibly building towards an MKB, something that Clinks can do afterwards, after he's got his Lincolns up as well.
Indeed.
After he's got Lincolns and Daedalus, probably. And Butt Buddies may get caught out here. 4 heroes from Crit My Pants just moving up mid. Nope, they're just both wanting to stall. Just wanting to let this game draw out.
Very, very chilled at the moment, it seems. If that or nervous.
The pressure probably being on. Beastmaster, dude, buy some 2nd tier boots. Yeah, you've got 2.4k. I mean, even if it's just power treads or, you know, something like that.
Well, I mean, if he wants, he can just go straight up BOT. That's not a problem.
That would probably be very good at this stage in the game. Means he doesn't have to carry both the Town Portals and the Gem of True Sight. I think he's probably the only person up on this entire game who doesn't have tier 2 boots out. And I think I'm going to be alright. Yep. He's going against the flow. You know, I'll do my own thing. Smoke gank up on the mid lane now. 4 Crit My Pants. Gonna catch out.
Shadow's Demon way out of position. Nowhere near the team.
And that's going to be a very easy kill. And that's something that Crit My Pants are going to need to do more of if they want to really pull this game back.
Radiant's top tower.
Yes,
is under attack.
it's certainly getting into the team fight early stage, I would have to say.
And they're going to rotate for Roche now. It looks the pings are coming out,
Roche is back up
but I think they know.
with some cheese.
Yeah, he has the tasty cheese now.
Cheese
it's going to be the third time. It's opening up with that hawk vision, making sure that butt buddies really don't know what's going on. But of course, they're very, 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 very close. Obviously, Shadow Denton's still being dead, but I don't know if they can take a team fight. But I don't know if Crit My Pants are ready for one either. They're all grouped up. Darkseid just dropping it to place the wall, wanting to push out the lane a little bit before going in.
We've got some smoke from Crit My Pants now.
Yeah, smoking up again, pushing in this mid lane, possibly using the Darkseid as bait. But Butt Buddies realising they're moving back. Queen of Pain being caught off guard, blinks into the trees. Lifestealer being caught out now again, and he's going to drop very quickly. Queen of Pain going to almost drop there as well. Lifestealer just getting caught out. Oh, he DC'd. That is a DC coming out, and that is probably not cool.
Disappointed there, really. In the important moments, just cuts out.
Yeah, that is not a great time for that as well. Pipe up as well. I'm not exactly sure who on.
Yeah, where is it?
Darkseid.
Darkseid
Does have the pipe. But that is a very unfortunate for Butt Buddies. Both of the teams just really trading kills at the moment, and this will convert either into a tier 2 mid or into a Roche.
I'd say that they could probably take both if they wanted to.
Unless Clinks is able to pick them off, and then he's the only carry. There's up buybacks coming from both of their teams. Clinks opening out, gets a kill on the Rubik. Putting some harass now on the Darkseer. Not wanting to cross that. Oh, he's wanting to cross that.
He doesn't care.
Not opening out though. That's why they were saving for buyback, just in case they lose a fight like that, get picked off, and they're going to rotate Roche. Crit My Pants not being in the position. Rubik buying back. Maybe thinking that they're going to go for this, and they are exactly right. Hawk being sent in.
Yeah, Beastmaster sending that walk out. They know what's going on.
But it's going to fall before they're even ready. Clinks now having some serious damage coming out of him.
And Cheese will be picked up by Queen of Pain.
Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain almost having 5k. You can probably buy out that MKB now. Clinks looking for a hero. He's got his Lincoln Sphere.
Beastmaster looking particularly vulnerable out there in mid lane.
Just sitting there, but he is fairly tanky with 2.4k. Still only has level 1 boots.
Yep.
Maybe he just likes them brown. Maybe he thinks they're trendy.
Maybe it's just to go with his set.
Yeah. I mean, he is wearing a brown set. Crit My Pants. Looking to split push. Nope, it's just Gyro Illusions.
He's pushing as much as he can, trying to get as much farm as he can to catch up, because he is way behind, really.
Clink's having a lot of impact on that team.
3,000 gold behind all of the top heroes from Butt Buddies, and now Queen of Pain. MKB, there it is.
It is MKB. Well, his buyback will be down, so that's alright. He doesn't really have a choice.
Queen of Pain.
And it's a Night Bomb as well.
But she does have buyback, that's the thing.
She does have buyback, and she has 2.4. She has buyback as well. Now this is going to be dangerous. This is going to be a big team fight if they can push this. Disruption out on the Beastmaster. Jumping in is the Nate's Bomb. Following up Queen of Pain. Looks like she's going to go down unless she gets the cheese off. And big ulti's coming out. Whoa! Vacuum! There was a Serpent War trap as well. And that is Clinks going down as well as the Lifestealer. And that is a team wipe from Butt Buddies. Crit My Pants really controlling that fight. Being able to deny that tier 3 in Butt Buddies. Really in danger. They got that Roche, yeah, that's fine. But now they're going to have to defend lanes. Natural push happening on top lane. Going to push out mid lane as well. Very, very dangerous times. They're slowly edging back this lead. slowly turning it around. But the sheer advantage from Butt Buddies, they just can't convert this lead into towers. They really need this Rax. And the game is, the longer this game goes on, the more this Clinks is just going to be ineffective.
It certainly seems that the Crit My Pants certainly have a more durable side in team fights. That's what seems to be the problem. Queen of Pain, yeah, she has hates, yeah, she has Lincolns, but she doesn't really have a whole lot of health.
And that is Tier 3 going down on the top lane. And that is something they really can't afford to lose, is Butt Buddies lose their Rax now. And that is the first Rax of the game. Butt Buddies just really being outplayed at the moment. And they're going to rotate mid and possibly go for another tower and another set of Rax.
You see, no reason why they wouldn't.
And this is something that Butt Buddies have really let happen. Opening up now on the Shadow Demon. Is he going to fall? It looks like he's going to die. And they're going to get these Rax now as well. Something that I have not saw coming. I thought that Crit My Pants were well out of this game. Gold advantage massively not in their favour. Looking like they're running it open up. The Shadow Shaman falling. Rubik still being in that fight. Gyro being burst down there. And they're just opening up again on the Darkseer. Blink's coming out. Being slowed up now by the Queen of Pain. Gonna try and TP, but is it gonna be enough? It is. Rubik running away there. Didn't manage to steal anything in that fight. But Clinks.
Rubik actually bought back there. I'm not sure if you saw that. He died and bought back.
That's what I thought I called. And Rubik is going to die here, most likely, unless he runs away, because Clinks is too slow. Did not use Strafe. And he's out of position now as well. Queen of Pain decides, I'm going to jump in, and he finds 2 heroes, and this could be his death. And there was an attempted roar, and that is going to be Clinks falling as well.
Queen of Pain still have the cheese. She didn't get a chance to use it in the last team fight.
And that is something that Butt Buddies can really not afford to do, is just let their top tier heroes just dropping out. And Beastmaster and Gyro just overtaking them now in the net worth. Butterfly being brought up. And that really hurts them.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to do everything they can at the moment. They know that they're very, very, very much in the back foot with 2 sets of Rax down. There's not a lot they can do. They have to try their last push now.
And sure, there's a lot of farm up on some of these heroes, but there's not really much they can do. BOT, Alpha Beastmaster, and 4.9k.
As well as Rubik as well. He had BOT as well. That's why Clinks couldn't catch up.
So he does, just pushing out this mid lane. Looking to take tier 2 bot. Something they probably can do. Clink's still being down. Going to be contended though by the Lifestealer. And he's going to open up, and that's going to be a very quick Shadow Shaman death. And are they going to follow this up? Purge coming out now on the Darkseer, stopping his surge. And that's going to be a dead Darkseer. And they're initiating in. Is that a very, very quick Gyrocopter? Beastmaster being disrupted up. This will probably be his death as well. Open wounds up on him and he falls. That's another hero. Instant buyback though. Now that's another buyback as well from the Darkseer. Far out. They're really concerned with how they're going to be able to push this out.
Beastmaster straight teleporting to mid lane, trying to get as much pressure as they can on.
And Butt Buddies, even though they have the advantage in terms of golden XP, it's slowly being pushed back. It's now at the 1,000 mark for XP and just under 1,000 for gold. AA ulti, just searching, trying to see where they are at. And this puts Butt Buddies massively at the defensive side. I'm not exactly sure where that ward, that gem is being dropped.
Tier 3 mid. From that big team fight last few minutes ago.
Indeed, indeed. Spamming it out now. Picked up by the Shadow Shaman. Oh no, not picked up by the Shadow Shaman. Picked up by the Beastmaster.
Beastmaster. We're trying to find some inventory space, that's all.
He can't buy out the AC, which is probably what he was looking for. This game now going to extend in the 60-minute mark. And Gyro finally catching up. Got 4K still. Lots of drawings coming out from the map.
No, I think that was the tactical plan. It was move up through top lane, and take a team fight and then kill everything. I think that's what the technical explanation was.
Yeah, smoking him. Regen rune possibly. Lifestealer buying up hard as well. And they're going to pick him off. Oh no, rotation's coming in. They are smoked up. And here they go, and they're going to initiate on the Lifestealer. He's so tanky though. He's infested into one of the creeps. But that is a perfect vacuum into wall, and that is going to be 3 heroes down. Instant buybacks from the AA. And that is going to be a tier 2.
A royal return.
Hey, I believe... where is he? Yes, he's in the Necro Warrior. Lifestealer in the Necro Warrior.
And that is a lot of damage. And Rage up now from the Lifesteal, looking to pick off anyone he can. Queen of Pain dropping in. Gonna pick off this Shadow Shaman, dropping his wards at the last minute. But they're gonna have to defend that mid.
They've got the last 2 towers to go, so they've got a few seconds before it's their ancient, but really don't want to take as little damage as they can.
And that was a good response from Butt Buddies, but they're having to waste buybacks on this. Forcing out all of these things is not something that you really want to have to do.
Dire's middle tower be taking fire.
This is the first 50-60 minute game that we've casted. Thanks guys for looking on if you're still watching. Thanks guys for supporting us on YouTube as well. Clinks now has a gem. Still no items up for him in a while, and this is the sheer just dropout that Clinks has. As soon as it comes to this stage in the game, the 60-minute mark, he tends to lose power, and they still have the advantage in terms of gold, in terms of net worth. But there's lots of items up now. Darkseer both carrying the pipe and the mech. Gyro has got 6k in the bank. Probably, am I going to say it? He's looking like he's going towards the Ancient. Sorry, not towards the Ancient, towards the secret shop. Is this going to be a relic?
A relic? It could be a relic.
It could be a relic. He could go for the Divine though.
Rapier, I don't think so. There's still too much.
He has enough money for it, but he's just buying up the Demon Edge.
I think he might be going maybe MKB as well.
Man.
That's what I would say.
Firing
that would be
up.
my pick.
Firing up. I thought that was going to be exciting.
Yeah, I mean Rapier, it would have been amazing. It would have been epic, but there's really too much threat coming out from Lifesteal, from Queen of Pain, from Clinks, for it to make it, a really secure item.
That's true. I mean, if he loses that and then gives it to the Clinks or the Lifesteal, I mean, far out. That's got a lot of damage coming your way.
Yeah, they don't want to throw it away. They've got two sets of racks down, but it's still not over.
I mean, Roche probably going to be the next fight. Just having to push out these lanes now with both barracks coming down and Crit My Pants moving into Roche position. But wards from Butt Buddies know that it's there. Oh, that is clever. That is very clever. Probably will be able to be picked off, but still. And that is going to be a Shadow Shaman falling again. Easy pickoffs for Crit My Pants. They can't really afford to give this at the late stages of the game. And they're having to back out. And that's going to be a Roche again for Butt Buddies. That's every single Roche, and that is something that is going to be very important coming into this late stage of the game. Being pushed out top by the Queen of Pain. Being pushed out mid by the rest of the team. Bot is pushing out naturally by itself. And that is going to be a very quick Roche. And that is something which they can't really do. Giving away the cheese. Probably going to give it to Queen of Pain again. Still has it from last fight. Interesting.
Interesting indeed.
Could be hoarding cheese.
Yep, definitely is.
Is hoarding cheese at the moment? I'm not exactly sure what she dropped.
Another portal scroll.
So no TP's up on the Queen of Pain, but double cheese. Obviously not having a timeout. And now they're going to look to force. Double cheese on the Queen of Pain. Will she be able to use it this time? Mechs up, items up. 4 Butt Buddies. But you have to remember the Gyro has recently caught back up. He's got 4.5k in the bank.
Certainly looking a lot more fearsome than he did about 10 minutes ago.
Just being able to catch up. And all of the ultis are up now. This is going to be one big team fight if this happens now. Probably would. Butt Buddy's going to try and force this out. Aegis up on the lifestealer and 3.6k. He has buyback, I think. Just going to check who has buyback. Queen of Pain doesn't have buyback.
She's the only one except for... Whoa.
Lots of them don't have it at the moment. For Butt Buddies. Now
both sides. We got 3 missing from Butt Buddies and 2 missing from Grip My Pants.
And they're not wanting to force it just yet, thinking that they'll lose this team fight, especially with mid lane and top lane being pushed out by these mega creeps. But double cheese and 4k on the Queen of Pain. Smoke, maybe? No smoke. Just rotating, trying to catch him out. And they're not having any of it. They've got ward vision. TPing out now. Just retreating back. Not wanting to give away anything.
They've got to be really careful about timing here, especially with both of these lanes with mega creeps in them.
It's very true. No big items up yet from since last fight. Still no pipe up for Butt Buddies as well. And Crip My Pants really wanting to put some pressure now on this tier 3 bottom. If they get mega creeps, you would have to say it would look pretty bleak for Butt Buddies. Ping's coming out now. Having to defend lanes and this tower will be difficult. Crip My Pants not really wanting to have any of it. It's dropping back.
They're switching mid, I think.
And can they delay? I mean, double cheese and Queen of Pain. Lifesteal still with the Aegis for another 3 minutes.
I think at this point, Crip My Pants can delay as long as they want because there's no pressure from top and middle, really.
I mean, Butt Buddies need to start doing something, otherwise they're just going to fall away. And their advantage is just losing by the minute. Back experience, almost back to 0 now. Gold still only in their favour by 1,000. And his click's going to be caught out. And they're going to go on him. And there's gems coming out, obviously, being disrupted. Here's going to be a big fight. Goro ulti out. Wall. Vacuum into wall. Goro's going to fall probably first. And that is Goro falling. Lifestealer using up his Aegis. Shadow Demon backing out on low health. Clink's backing out on low health. AA backing out on low health as well. It's a very fast Piglet. And that is going to be a disruption again, falling on Darkseer, and that was a fight which Butt Buddies kind of won, kind of lost. Opening out again in this mid lane, good ulti from the Queen of Pain, and that is going to be Rubik falling. Vacuum, Shadow Shaman wards up, and that is going to be Queen of Pain falling. She used both of her cheeses, and Rubik being dead, sorry. Buybacks again from the lifesteal and Queen of Pain falling. Clinks gonna die, maybe, nope, just pulling back just in time. Queen of Pain falling very quickly to the gyro. And they're gonna try and go to Rax now. Go for base. TPing back in was the Beastmaster. Lifesteal's there as well. He's gonna throw away his life, and that is gonna be Beastmaster dead. And that is 4 heroes down for Crip My Pants. Butt Buddies need a push out somewhere on this map. I'm not sure where. Wow, those illusions are powerful. I'm not sure where they're going to be able to do it. Garo, the only hero up for Crip My Pants. Buyback. Does anyone for Crip My Pants have buyback?
Darkseer.
Darkseer is the only one. And obviously the Clinks as well. Having 6k, needs to buy something up as well. They really need a push now. Leaving one to defend this bottom lane. Because Garo can just go in, try and put some pressure on it. But without a Rax, without something from this, I cannot see this happening. They've used up all of the Aegises, all of the cheese. Rotating down now, not the answer. Obviously Rubik and Shadow Shaman back alive. But man, 66-minute game, 67 minutes, having to pull back and defend their base, Mitchell.
It's intense. Very intense. That last fight was crazy. Buybacks all over the place.
And that tower mid is just so close. 86 HP.
Would you deny it, Trent? Would you deny it?
I wouldn't deny it. I'd force him to take it down. Yep, expletives coming up from the Shadow Shaman. It's gonna... Has the Ghost Scepter up as well.
Indeed.
Gara, you're right, has an MKB. He is getting fat now. Very fat indeed. Gem back up on the Beastmaster. Still hasn't got that AC. Ghost Scepter also up for the Darkseer.
Really don't like the lifesteal and his
4
auto
stars up on Rubik as well. Lots of items coming out for Crit by Pants. They've definitely brought this back.
Clink says deadless now too.
AA has the gem. Queen of Pain building towards maybe a Shiva's. Lifesteal, no items up at 3.6k in the bank. Ghost Scepter also up on Shadow Demon as well as the jump. And yes, that is a deadless.
We have Smoke on the bottom lane.
Smoking up, looking towards this final Rax, and they're going to catch out. But buddies, again, Raw opening up on the Lifestealer. Gara ulti coming in, and that is a very quick kill on the Lifestealer, falling, not being able to infest anything, just being stunned out, and this is being very dangerous. Shadow Demon almost also forming. You're right, Mitchell. And they've left this too late, I think. I fear the Butt Buddies not being able to push out earlier. Clinks is just falls away, and there's a kill on the Queen of Pain. Clinks having to run away now. Popping up, and that is going to be a kill on the Clinks. Dropping the gem, and that is going to be GG, and they've called it! Butt Buddies dropping out of the Australian. Game going 60 minutes.
70 minutes.
70 minutes. Intense game, and wow. Crit My Pants being able to pull back that intense lead. Just being able to convert that into kills. But far out. That was intense. Congratulations go out to Crit My Pants.
Thank you.
And that is a decisive game. 2-0 lead coming out. Shoutouts coming from them now. Great game. Far out though, Mitchell. I think they just couldn't quite bring it back. I don't know if the AA was the right pickup in the end.
I don't think AA was the problem really. I think the problem was that they could not. There was a lot of dead space in the middle there where they let Crit My Pants pull back in the farm, pull back in the map control, and they really didn't take advantage of their advantage when they needed to.
Take advantage of their advantage. It did not happen. But that is going to be all from us, guys. With obviously Crit My Pants advancing to the grand final of the Australian tournament. First a tournament held in Australia for Dota 2. Now you're going to have to say, can Crit My Pants contend with Tesla Azure in their early game? Have they done their homework? Have they done their research? That is going to be quite an interesting matchup happening next week. I'm getting very excited for that.
Yeah, well, I have to say, seeing that game, it's definitely going to be an exciting game. Exciting final.
Exciting final. Going to be happening sometime next week. We'll have plenty of advertising out for when that is happening. In case you want to watch that up on the end game. But that was an intense game. I'm getting pretty hot in this room. And that is going to be all from us for today. That's going to be DDT signing out. I am Trentus.
I'm Dark Dawn.
And thank you for watching. Please support us. Please support Australian Dota. And good night. It's going to be all from us. See ya.
All right.
Bye.